Sophia here. Today I'm going to be doing another makeup tutorial. This look is just very gold, it's very warm, it's quite a glam look. Basically there is a makeup artist in Belfast called Kira Daly. My sister actually done her training with her when she was becoming a makeup artist. So Kira basically has her own like brushes out with brush accessories and things like that. Due to my sister working with her before and doing her training with her, I've obviously used some of her brushes in the past. Her brushes are fantastic. I actually use a lot of her brushes in my tutorials, but today what I'll be doing is using all of her brushes just so I can show you how good they all are. And as always, you guys know that I'm not going to show you something on my channel that I don't genuinely love. So the way this works is she actually has different like sets and different collections for each part of your face. So there's like the Goddess collection, which is this one. This is for your cheeks. I think this is a really good idea because this means if you just need like new brushes for your eyes, then you can just buy the set for your eyes, which I think, like I said, I think is a great idea. So like always, the links for them will be down below, but for right now we're just going to get into this. So I have moisturised and primed my skin and clipped my hair back. I'm all ready to go, and I'm going to start off with this foundation. It is the Bourjois City Radiance foundation. I've used this foundation a couple of times and I'm really enjoying it. I found this foundation to be really brightening on my skin. It does say it has radiance boosting pigments in it, which would make sense because when it is on your skin it does look very radiant. I find that this foundation gives me a really even complexion and it lasts all day. It's very long wearing and it makes my skin look very fresh. It's good for everyday wear because it does have SPF 30 in it, so you do get that sun protection. It is a drugstore product, so I do know that it is quite reasonably priced. I feel as if it's around $9.99. I'm sure you can get it in like Superdrugs and Boots and stuff, but I do know for sure in Northern Ireland you can get it in Gordon's Chemist. To apply this product, I'll be using the Kira Daly My Hero brush. This is so quick and easy. I just rub and dab it on. I feel as if it works really well with this type of foundation as well.
To reach for love. When I think of you, I know the feeling. Devil nights in this head for the weekend. I'm the only one you want. I'm the only one you want.
Next I'll be using my Maybelline The Eraser Eye Concealer, and I'll be using my Kira Daly Buff Buddy, which is just like a beauty sponge, and I'll be using it to blend the concealer out under my eye. Contour and highlight palette and another one of Kira's brushes. I'm just going to set my under eye with the white one. Then with my MAC Studio Fix and a big fluffy brush, I'm just going to set the rest of my face.
So you had one of those days when the world don't give you no.
Next with my MAC Give Me Sun, I'm going to bronze up my face. I'm going to be using a fluffy brush, and this one is from Kira's Goddess collection.
But they keep dragging you down. Now if you wish to spread those wings and fly, you gotta turn it around. Don't look over your shoulder.
Now I'm going back to my next contour and highlight palette. I'm going to use the bottom shades to contour. I'm going to use one of Kira's, it's actually an eyeshadow brush. It's from her Phoenix collection, but because it is so small and fluffy, I feel as if it's going to be a really good contour brush because I'll be able to get a really good strong contour from it. My brows, and the brush I use to do my brows is actually Kira's. I use it every time I do my eyebrows. It's from the Diva Brow collection. I'm going to do my brows off camera because it is boring to watch because it's the same every time, but I will link a video down below if you do want to see how I do my eyebrows, so you can check that out. So I have done my eyebrows and I've carved them out with my concealer. That is my way of trying to hide how terrible they are at the moment. I'm going to move on to my eyes, and I'm going to be using the MAC Warm palette. and the Lime Crime Phoenix palette. The brushes I will be using are from the Phoenix collection. So I'm just going to set my eyes, set the concealer that I just put on with the kind of like white colour from here, and I'm doing that with the fluffy brush. I'm using the warm brown shade from the MAC Warm palette. I'm using this as my transition shade, so I'm just buffing that into my crease with a fluffy brush.
Reminiscing about last year. Remember that we had a big fight. Maybe words didn't come out right. I wish that I was sober, and I wish that I could talk.
Next, using the Lime Crime Phoenix palette, I'm using the shade Creation with the same fluffy brush. I'm applying this to my crease just to add depth.
I can make you change your mind if I could turn back the hands of time.
Sticking with the Phoenix palette, I'm using the dark brown shade Icon. I'm also using a smaller fluffy brush. This is more dense, so it will be more pigmented. I'm putting this on the outer corner of my crease just to make it more smoky.
You can compromise, yeah. Maybe you can compromise, yeah. Maybe you can compromise.
Now using the bigger fluffy brush, I'm just going in and blending this all out. Using the smaller brush again, I'm just applying the shade Icon, the dark brown shade, on the inner corner of my eye, the same way I did with the outer corner of my eye, just to kind of create that halo look on my eye. I'm now using the really warm gold from the MAC palette, and I'm placing that in between the two darker corners with my flat brush.
Your mind if I could turn back the hands of time.
Next, using the same flat brush, I'm going in with the same warm brown from the MAC palette that I used as my transition shade, and I'm just going to place that under my eye. I'm now using a mixture of the two browns that I use from the Phoenix palette. I'm placing them under my eye again, but this time I'm going to place them just a bit closer to my lash line. I've done this quite intense, so I'm going to go back in with a small fluffy brush and just smoke this out a bit. Next, I'm using the flat brush, and I'm using the gold, and I'm placing that in like the lower corner of my eye. Now to finish off my eyes, I'm going to go in with a coat of mascara and finish it all off with a pair of lashes. Just waiting on my lashes to dry. Now I'm moving on to my highlighter. I have got asked a lot about what highlighter I use. Normally I use the Mary Lou one, which is a champagne highlighter. I've actually started using the Inglot highlighter. This is in the shade 003. This highlighter is very different for me because it is like a very, very intense gold. This is what I've been using like lately, and this is what I'm going to use now. I'm applying this with the Keira Daily blush brush from the Goddess collection. So moving on to lips, I'm going to use the Inglot lip liner. This is in the shade 854. It's just like a really nice nudie brown lip liner. I actually did accidentally overline my lips a bit too much, but we're just going to roll with it anyways. Today I'm going to be using two liquid lipsticks. The first one is the Lime Crime liquid lipstick in the shade Saddle. I'll be putting this on first, and then just in the middle I'll be using the MAC liquid lipstick in the shade Lady Be Good. So this is a finished finished look. Like I said at the start, anything that I used today will be down below. If you want to purchase the foundation or if you want to purchase any of the brushes, the links for that will also be down below. As always, if any of you guys decide to recreate this look, make sure to tweet me on Twitter or tag me on Instagram or something like that so I can see how you guys go. How you guys do. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.
Let go, boy. Love is necessary.